Hello everybody, this is Umitencho with more Ronin Warriors characters. I believe this is the second to last one. I have one more, and I think that one's going to be 4 characters than the usual 5. Then I'm going to go back to the regular drawing. I think I'm going to start back with Caterpie at the end. But we are doing Lady Kayura, Saranbo, the Ancient One, not necessarily in this order, the Nether Spirit, and Gash. I think it's this time around. I really like how I did this character's eyes. But yeah, I know I'm late on posting this video. I've been sort of like kind of down lately. Basically, after this week, I'm going to be potentially facing an eviction and getting kicked out of school for non-payment. I finally had a one-to-one talk with financial aid. And basically, they don't like the fact that I'm doing dual degree, and they want me to basically quit the dual degree. And I'm just like, oh, and they're also like, oh, and we also think you should quit this semester in general, and you can just come back and do the same stuff. But here's my problem: the way my program works, some classes are only taught once a year, so I'll have to come back all the way next year to take the same classes. I'm not immortal. I'm not in my early 20s. I don't have time for that. That's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. So, I haven't spoken to them since then. They've given me their cards and stuff. In fact, the cards are on my dryer now. I just left it there. I'm not... Okay, that's not a workable solution. Because you're talking about extending undergrad for another year. That's ridiculous. No. And there's no guarantee I'll be able to come back. You know? It's a death sentence. So... But it's definitely going to be a death sentence in a week. Because the school's looking for me to pay $4,100 and... or $4,200 or whatever it is now, because I got some medical bills on there now, and now the apartment complex is looking at around $3,000 to stay in the apartment. So I'm facing eviction from both my home and from school. So it's been sort of down lately, and that there, yeah. Sorry for the topic change, but I'm just looking at it because I'm doing the shading for the face. But yeah, so that's why I've been sort of late. Also, one of the changes I have made recently is rather than stream on Saturday, draw on Saturday, I draw on Sunday. Because I figure I'm doing 9 hours of gaming, and that's still using my hands in some form of fashion, and then I draw. And then, so I think that hurts my art quality somewhat. This is the first drawings where I waited till Sunday. So based on the results, I really like the results. Based on the results of this here, this batch, I'm going to move the stuff to Sunday. I want to try to see what I can do in terms of what time I need to do the stream. That way I can still have the stuff out by Sunday, Monday morning. But yeah. I really like how the mask is, how they did the mask. I like the aesthetic of the mask very much. With his eyes though, his eyes are sort of inverted. Well, it's basically black iris or the whole eye itself is black and then it glows. So I had to do like a black and then 2 shades so you can see the pupils. I think it glows like some kind of reddish. I don't know. I know I redid this little part here. I didn't like how that armor piece would end up coming out. Yeah. Look at that. Redid it. And then that. And then my problem with the reference photos, the lower half is simple. And so it's very jarring. You have this very detailed helmet. But then you got this lower half that's just like so simple. It looks like 2 different drawings being smashed up against each other. But, it's not, this is a cult following type of anime. It's not like super popular or anything like that. So, there's not a lot of reference out there. When you get a popular anime, everybody and their third mom wants to post up official images from the show and all that stuff. And so you get a pick and choose. Like if I chose Naruto, I can probably get all sorts of reference photos for these characters and whatnot. For various characters, though I don't know if I would try to even do every character in Naruto like I've done this here. Good lord, I would be probably I'll probably have to draw every day just to even try to get that knocked out in 1 year. I have to see. Anyway, I'm not, no point in entertaining. I have no interest in doing that. But anyway, of course, added in the little shadings and the little marks. Like I said, I love the top half. The bottom half, ugh. But like I say, I think knocking out, letting my hands rest for a day is ideal. Because it's usually sometimes it'd be like the second one, the second drawing, or sometimes in the first drawing where it's like, I wish you would redo that whole thing. But anyway, I'm doing the Nether Spirit. Now the reference photo I have for the Nether Spirit, they're very small. I did remember finding another reference photo, but I was just like, this one's good enough. And then the good thing about this is in the reference photo, there are 2 Nether Spirits in this, and so in the reference photo, one of the Nether Spirits you can't see completely, so I can use the other Nether Spirit as a reference on how to fill those details in, which would happen for the hands, because he's like T-posing basically, which you'll see. He's basically like T-posing and then holding the character down with their power. I guess when I watch the show, I'll figure out what they're actually doing. Drawing the body. I think they're meant to look like Japanese, like pre-modern Japanese court officials. You know how they got those, got the garb and whatnot. That's the thing they're trying to go to. I think Destiny's. I think it's called Dynasty, the evil organization. Their whole aesthetic is like pre-modern Japan. I don't want to say what eras because there's a lot of eras. I don't want to say Meiji or this Meiji or Tao. You know, I don't want to say all those eras. And it's like, actually, it's this era. It's like, okay, my apologies for that. And everybody, deserves to have their cultures, era properly named. So I might be going to try to name which pre-modern Japan they're drawing from. Of course, finishing that T-pose. And this is the case where I had to use the other Nether Spirit. I was thinking about doing more than one Nether Spirit, but nah. And I think I'm getting better when it comes to the my scaling. I noticed that in some cases I get the whole, most or all of it. In this case here, I got all of it, and for this character, and technically more because in some of it, the I guess Rio, the red armor guy, he's like in front of the character. I think they're surrounding him like a circle, and so and added in the shading for the cloth of the spiritual cloth that makes up their soul or whatever. Drawing that in. I enjoyed drawing this one, to be honest, as well. Like I say, I really like the results of waiting a day for the drawing. So I want to make the schedule adjustment, and then going forward, I want to do the drawings on Sunday rather than doing it at night, and then my hands are exhausted, and then I'm supposed to sit down for another 3 to 5 hours and do the best that I can when let's just be honest, I'm not doing the best. And then also, I'm getting more consistent work, and then I'm not drawing as long as either. It's like you're not spending as much time drawing, but your consistency and quality is kind of up. So it's like, yeah, let me just like take a rest for that day. Oh yeah, I finished the this is the ancient one, but in his armor, but I finished Jedi Fallen Order. Honestly, with that game, I love it, but I wanted more. Like, I feel like there was so much more that we could have added to the game. Like, maybe a section of, like, Mandalore, or maybe even an infiltration mission with Coruscant. Like, for some weird reason, he has to go to the Jedi Temple. Or I guess technically it's the, the Inquisitor. At least as a Rebels it was. At least, I know in Rebels, I believe that it was owned by the Inquisitor. Or was it under the story with Jocasta Nu? Either way, it would have been, I feel like there's some interesting worlds that we could have explored. Or a desert planet would have been nice. Because I guess we did a jungle, we did ice. Let me think. We did desert. Oh, we did do desert technically. That was Why is my mind blanking? Dathomir. Dathomir was technically, you can argue, was a desert world. So I guess we did really cover all the environments. Because Kashyyyk was jungle. Dathomir was desert. Ilum was ice. Zepho was more savanna. No, Bogano was savanna, and then Zepho was more like, I don't want to say tundra, but it was like maybe whatever you like, evergreen forest type deal. And then we got two techno worlds. The starting world is it's like a metal planet, and then of course you get hit with the when you get captured by the bounty hunters. That's their whole thing. So I guess we did. I guess what would we need technically? And then we sort of did an underwater world with the final one, because we were technically, the base was technically underwater with I can't even pronounce it, but where they have the Inquisitors trained and created at. Yeah. I guess if I wanted by environments, I would like in a volcanic world. I think that's what we didn't get, a volcanic world. In terms of environment. I mean, we did pretty much just about everything. I suppose there's more. Yeah, I would have done one on Coruscant. I would have done where maybe Mustafar. I would have done where Umbra. Maybe have one where he goes to Camino. That would have been a fun one. Mandalore. No, just to see how Mandalore is now. But I guess they wouldn't do that because we got the Mandalore TV show, and so they're probably like, well, we probably want to explore it in the TV show at some point if it keeps being successful. So just like, let's just not touch that. Let's leave it to the show. So I guess Mandalore wouldn't be a good one. But I would have just touched all kind of worlds. Felucia, I think is what it's called. But yeah. I actually like how simplistic his design is. I'm trying to figure out who did he remind me of. I'm trying to figure out. Anyway, he reminded me of that Beetle character from the Otherworld tournament in Dragon Ball Z. Like an orange, reddish face. Adding in the shading. There we go. And then I did a little thing, I guess because you see what I'm talking about. Under his chin, I'll do some shading as well. I feel like it made it pop a bit more, but that's for you to decide. To me, the most challenging part was the eyes. I was just like, where do I stop? Is it going to look right? I like how it turned out. And then I went and did that. I like that. So, thank you everybody for stopping by. If you like what you see, subscribe. I got the gaming channel called Umitencho. My Instagram is Umitencho. You can find me on Reddit. So if you want to leave me a message, send it there. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I will have the Jedi Fallen Order play throughout the week. Have a wonderful day.